Hello everyone. This is a video I'm recording on the eve of the national lockdown that starts on the 5th of November. A month that the government have asked us to be in lockdown. It means that we're having to not have in-person gatherings and some of the things that we've been doing. We're having to close the cafe and things like that. It's sad that we're not able to do those kind of things. And my hope and prayer is that in a month's time we will be able to reconnect. But you know, we'll wait and see. And for the time being, let's just kind of, you know, let's just go with go with the flow on this. It's a very challenging time. Again, you know, we find at these times our anxiety levels go up a bit, and I'm very aware for some of you that you'll have really experienced that. I know I have. I've become a bit more anxious and a bit more stressed as we head into another, you know, period of time that feels really kind of, it just underlines the uncertainty, doesn't it? And things to be worried about. So I'm aware of that. I'm also aware that there's a funny feeling also of feeling a bit flat as well, that I've experienced, and I'm sure you may relate to that as well. Do you just feel a bit low, a bit flat? And it's like, you know, we've tried to build our lives again and kind of respond to the last lockdown and work everything out and adjust to all these kind of ways in which we're having to work with masks and things like that, and suddenly we have to go back into lockdown, and it makes you feel really quite flat and low. So, you know, let's just recognize that we're likely to be feeling those kind of things. I also want to say, kind of, for those of you who are feeling quite fragile anyway, that this on top, that this kind of being a bit low now on top of that is really difficult. And I want to encourage you to keep connecting with people who are your helpers, your prayers, your supporters, and don't kind of disappear from the key relationships that can help you, because as a church of churches, we are called to connect with each other. You know, remember I talked about PPODs, people and places of discipleship. That's what we need in our lives. We need people and places. We need to define the places and work out what they are, and the ways in which they function at any given time in our lives, and also who the people are as well, and work on that, draw out what it is that we need at this time from that, and contribute to those things. So remember that at a time when anxiety is going up and mood is going down, that you've got people and places of discipleship that are there really kind of, that will help you and will encourage you and engage you in this coming time. For the lockdown, what we'll do is we're going to continue with the 9 o'clock community Zoom. So via Zoom we'll be able to meet together. I think that's a really great opportunity to connect with. It's for anybody within the whole network or further afield. And I've found it really good to hear some of the preaching there, some of the word that people have brought in response to the Bible passage for that day. Some real encouragement, some brilliant preaching and stuff going on. So do take advantage of that. Sunday evenings, we're going to continue with the Sunday Soak at 6 p.m. And that's going to be online, live streamed. So you'll be able to join in from your homes. And we're going to kind of keep tweaking that and developing it as we go along. Obviously, it's going to kind of feel different again because we haven't got people in the building with us when we're doing it, and you know, but we're going to keep working with that, and it seems like a really good thing to be doing. And also we're going to continue with the 8:30 morning prayer time via Zoom. It provides a good beginning of the day kind of structure for us, and so I encourage you to engage with that as a discipline of praying. I think during this time, praying is a really important thing to do. So let's meet together to pray, and let's also pray, individually during this time. Two things to finish with, okay, which are encouragements that I received yesterday that I want to give to you today, and for this time. And this is from a kind of retreat day type Zoom that I went on that John and Ann Coles were doing some inputs on, and John and Ann used to lead New Wine for many years, and many of you have come across them. And they shared kind of two simple, what they called the rhythms of grace, that they thought were important at this time. And one was, remember Jesus is always with us. He's Emmanuel, he's always with us, he's God with us. He's God with us whatever is happening, whatever's going on. And that's like a mindset posture. And they talked about, encouraging us to access that, to live into that rhythm of grace by things like Thanksgiving. So take some time to be thankful, and it reminds you of the immediacy of God, that God is with you, he's with you immediately, and there's something that goes on in that. So be thankful is a really good attitude to have. And secondly, the second rhythm of grace it talked about was continuously receive the Holy Spirit. And it's really simple, but the Holy Spirit is poured out upon us by Jesus. He loves, he loves to pour out the Spirit into our lives. So get yourself into regular expectation and rhythm, and kind of just come before God and saying, Lord, I receive your Holy Spirit. I receive the Holy Spirit. Come, Holy Spirit, in my life. And just pause and take a moment to that, and don't rush away, and find yourself in the place of encounter with the Holy Spirit. And I think that's a really, really good, simple thing to do. So two simple things, aren't they? Stay clear in your mindset that God is a God who is with us, and practice thanksgiving. And then keep receiving the Holy Spirit. And that way, through this anxiety time and this flat, low mood time, we are going to be able to live in the way of Jesus. And we're going to be able to live as disciples of Jesus, following in his way, together, helping each other. So do be encouraged, everyone. Let's keep focused on being Jesus followers at this time. Have a great lockdown.